So why your OCD isn't getting any better? This was my life for a very long time. So back in 2019, I really had a moment, a point of no return with my anxiety, and almost immediately it escalated to severe OCD. So I became very scared and obsessed with my breathing. So sensory motor OCD latched. Then health OCD latched. Harm OCD, POCD, and all the themes in between. OCD can latch onto anything, and I mean anything. And it did for me for more than 6-7 years straight. I tried everything, guys. I tried really, literally everything that was in my power to recover, because this wasn't a life I wanted to live. I was scared 24/7, year in, year out, every second of the day. Even when I was sleeping, I was experiencing panic attacks. I was waking up in cold sweat. And all the anxiety I pushed down for many years exploded like a volcano. So, first I went to doctor. And I discussed this earlier in my video with where I talk about my story in depth, what I've experienced with anxiety and OCD. But then I went to a specialist, then to a therapist, then to a coach, then to a retreat in Swiss. Then I tried massage. Then I did hypnotherapy. Then I tried Buddhism. Then I tried to stay at home, not work. I thought I was overworked. The end of the story is that I didn't felt relief for more than, say, a day, a week, an hour, a second, a minute. The anxiety, the panic, the obsessions always came back. And the thing I was trying to get rid of the anxiety, get rid of the panic, and get rid of the intrusive thoughts, images, urges. And I was doing this by constantly avoiding, constantly doing compulsions, pushing away thoughts, pushing away feelings, pushing away emotions. And this is the exact thing that's keeping people stuck. So, you need to educate yourself about OCD. What is OCD? What is anxiety? What are obsessions? What are compulsions? But on the other hand, you need to stop these compulsions. You need to leave the thoughts there, but it's not the whole story. Because if you are very scared, still very scared of your worst case scenario, or for the thoughts itself, or for all the emotions, you can let the emotions and say the thoughts be there. But I did that for many years, and they wouldn't unlatch, because I still had to believe that these thoughts, these emotions were terrible. And that's the reason why they persist. If you're still very scared of the possible outcome, if you're still very scared of your worst case scenario, say if you have sensory motor OCD, I was very scared to stay stuck with the hyper awareness of my breathing. When I had health OCD, I was very scared of dying, of cancer. I went from doctor to doctor to doctor to reassure myself I didn't have cancer. But this reassurance is the main problem, right? And to try to prove that you don't have cancer is part of the problem. Just as when I experienced POCD, I was very scared of having certain thoughts and that I would like my thoughts that I was having. And because OCD feels as real as it can get, I was trying to prove my way out of POCD. No, I'm not a horrible person. No, I'm not a monster. It doesn't work that way because OCD has the upper hand always. It is so convincing. It is very creative. So, and if we take relationship OCD as an example, trying to convince yourself your partner won't leave you, that she still loves you, that she will never go away. It doesn't work, guys. Just as if you have contamination OCD. I was washing hands for hours, guys, to get rid of a certain feeling, to get rid of all the germs. It doesn't work that way. But if you're still very scared, so for instance, if you have contamination OCD, and for like if you have dirty hands, or you can have different beliefs about it. What if I just contaminate everything and everything is dirty? That is an option. But there's also other fears that can play into this. So what if I have dirty hands, cook dinner, and then I will kill my partner? Very creative, right? OCD. So it is not leaving, it's not, if you want to recover, leaving thoughts there is part of the whole story. Stopping compulsions is a very big part of the story, but not whole. Educate yourself, having a good life routine, day routine, but also work on your worst case scenario and getting less scared of everything OCD and anxiety throws at you. So getting less scared of the symptoms, really learn to live next to your OCD and anxiety symptoms. And you can learn this by first starting leaving the intrusions there and not trying to fight them. And let every panic attack happen, but also work on how you view your worst case scenario or change how you look at your team. So my sensory motor OCD unlatched when I was doing all the things right. Stopped pushing away the hyper-awareness of the breathing. Going to work, eating a healthy diet, going to the gym. Simple things won't get you recovered, but this will set the stage for recovery. Then educated myself. Stop doing compulsions. Stop pushing away the thoughts. Stop pushing away the feelings, the emotions, the intrusions, and live my life regardless of how I felt. Next to that, work on a real and honest view on life. Is it really that bad if I notice my breathing for the rest of my life? And I came to the conclusion, it is bad, it's not horrible. I can still do many things that other people can't do. I'm very privileged to live in a country where there's no war, where there's a good healthcare system. I have a wife, I have a house, I have a cat, very important. And next to that, I have a job. I can really live a pretty good life. I can go on holiday, can cook a good meal, I can enjoy a coffee, I can enjoy a beer, I can enjoy good food, I can sit in the sun, all these things. Yes, more uncomfortable, with all the intrusive thoughts, with all the anxiety, but I can still do them, even when I'm hyper aware of my breathing. Then it unlatched on its own. Not instantly, but over time. Health OCD Same thing. I was very scared of dying of cancer. I went from doctor appointment to doctor appointment to reassure myself that I hadn't had cancer. I needed to stop this and go with uncertainty. It was a hell, because if you first do these things, it will feel as real as it can get. Next to that, all the things I earlier mentioned, education, going to work, all these things, but also work on my beliefs about getting cancer, about dying on a young age, getting less scared of dying, be more accepting to the fact that I could possibly die. And I'm not saying that you never can need to go to a doctor if it is really something that's there for more than a few weeks or months. Maybe it's a good idea to go to the doctor, but I was going to a doctor every fucking week. And my reassurance, my moments of relief were getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It became a very big problem. So I became less scared of dying early. My beliefs became less catastrophic about dying at a young age. Because if you compare it to, if I die at 30, right? That's pretty young age to die. But if you compare it to a child who dies at 2, or it's pretty long, right? You have still some, if you're to is it 18 years? 28 years to go. But if you compare it to someone who gets 90, it's pretty short. But that's life. It can happen. It can happen to anyone. And if you become less scared of this possible outcome, of this possible scenario, and become less catastrophic about the situation, that you say, okay, it will be bad if I die at 30, it will be really a pity, but it's the thing that is happening, and yeah, that's it. You become less scared of that possible outcome, and you can accept it. Then OCD unlatches. Not instantly, but over time. If you need any help, please contact me. I offer one-to-ones, and please educate yourself. I have a lot of videos already on this channel, and if you need any help, please reach out, info@ocdclarity.com. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.